Hello, welcome back to Video Entertainment Analysis Group. My name is Josh, and Shane couldn't be with us tonight. I sent him a few tweets, but he tweeted me back in response to my tweets. He said he had one too many bowls of chili, so he just couldn't make it. But anyways, tonight's a very special episode. It's going to be on a very serious topic, so I got a very serious guest with me. He is Harvard professor of sexual psychology, Dr. Rip Bang is with us tonight.
Thank you for your introduction, Josh. I'm very honored to be on your prestigious show.
Oh, no, no, the honor is all mine, Professor.
Anyway, I just have a few announcements before we get started. I'm getting married to popular internet feminist Anita Sarkeesian. We will be having a civil union in the coming months. It's not a traditional marriage because according to her, she says traditional marriages disempowers women because in traditional marriages, usually women take on the last name of men, and that's sort of how could I put it? A devaginalization, if you will. And I don't support that. So instead of her taking my last name, I'll be taking her last name. I'll be known as Professor Rip Sarkeesian. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Uh, I, yeah. I'd like to keep the subject on. You know what? First off, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Well, why not? I think all women should be treated like equals.
That this is, Doctor. I am so happy for your marriage. I don't.
Civil union, Joshua. Civil
Oh,
union.
oh. Okay. Listen, listen, Doctor. Doc. Listen, Doc.
Please call me Dr. Joshua.
Doc. Doctor Professor Rip Bang. Listen. This is a video gaming show. Your civil unions are totally irrelevant to what's
No,
going.
I disagree. Actually, today's topic is quite relevant to civil unions. In fact, we're going to be talking about how women in video games are being disempowered by those that make said video games.
Really. I mean, listen, man. When I got your text this morning, first off, don't text me. Um, I wanted to let you on the show just to have a just spice things up a bit, but honestly, if you're gonna bring in this civil rights bullshit into my show,
No, no, Joshua, this is something that needs to be expanded upon. You want to be a more well-known. What's this show called? Video Entertainment Tonight? Is that correct?
don't
You
you
want the
don't
show to
you
be?
ever don't you ever say that again. It is
I'm,
video
I'm, I'm
video entertainment analysis group. It is a collective of people. It is not some entertainment show where we gossip. That's not what I'm about. This is all about intellectual reviews on real subjects. So excuse
I
you.
apologize. I apologize, Joshua. I won't make the same mistake again.
Damn right. Now
I'm
what
sorry. I'm
what?
sorry, Joshua.
Don't fucking
Please don't
don't
yell at me,
fucking
Joshua.
listen. Stop.
Please,
I'm sorry.
Joshua,
I'm
stop.
sorry. I'm
Please
sorry, Professor
don't
Rip.
do this to me.
Professor,
I'm just
Professor.
trying to do my best. Sorry.
I have a grown man crying on my fucking show. Listen, Professor.
Uh,
I take back a little bit of what I said, and I apologize if I raised my voice. If you would like to continue your announcements, please be my guest. This is your little moment, your 15 minutes of shine. Go for it.
Thank you, Joshua. Anyway, today we're going to talk about women in video games that are being held down by the corporate structure of video game America. First off, we have the lady in The Legend of Zelda 2. You're familiar with The Legend of Zelda 2, right?
Yeah, Majora's Mask.
No, 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 not Majora's Mask, the one that sucked.
So you're saying Wind Waker? Because that one kind of sucked.
The one on the Nintendo Entertainment System,
Oh,
Joshua.
Legend of Zelda 1. Because they
Whatever.
did the Final Fantasy thing where they changed
The
the.
platformer, Joshua, the fucking platformer.
Whoa, whoa. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Listen, I mean, okay. I think I know what you're talking about now. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, the one with the RPG elements. Anyway, There's this point when you go into a town. I believe it's the first town you go into, and you talk to this woman. She takes you inside of her house, and she heals you completely. She heals both your magic and your health. So we must ask ourselves, why don't we get to see inside this house? What's going on inside this house? And
Uh,
I think the answer is quite simple, Joshua. She's having sexual intercourse with Link. Would you not agree with
so
that?
you want to see that? You actually want to see that?
I'm not saying I want to see that. I'm saying that if we're to believe it's something else, we should be able to see it. Do you understand?
But it's not. You just said that they're having sex. So you want to
Yes,
see.
they are having sex. What else could it be?
But you're not making sense here because you're like saying you want to see it if it's something else. But you
Josh,
just said
I'm
that
not. I just. Okay, no, Joshua, you have to
listen here.
understand.
You gotta. I don't know
Now
where
listen
you
down, you
are.
pussy piece of shit.
Oh
Don't you
yeah,
ever interrupt
yeah.
when I'm talking.
Listen, hey, I'm sorry that I don't have a degree in sexual psychology. I'm sorry that I'm not a fucking pervert, but
No,
I
shut the
don't.
f- you piece of shit. This is my show now. You called me on.
Wow,
You yell at me. This is over. This is it. I'm taking over.
you're not
Anyway,
taking shit.
as I was saying, you want to try, bitch?
I,
As I
I
was
will. I
saying,
will I will go to the papers.
as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted,
You're
that this
creepy as
woman
fuck.
is having sexual intercourse with Link. Why is Nintendo promoting such a thing? Why? Why
Because
do they need to promote sexual
sex is
intercourse?
natural. It's a natural thing. Whoa, who cares? People have sex. Oh, big. Listen,
You're
if it
failing
weren't for
to
people having
understand.
sex, you wouldn't even be fucking alive. So what are you complaining about, shithead? Accept it.
That's exactly the problem. I'm alive, Joshua, and I see the problems with society.
Can you continue your
Okay?
little? Just keep talking. Move on. Next point.
Okay. Ash's mother in Pokemon Red and Blue. She's the only legal woman in the town. The only legal woman in the town. All of the other people in Pallet Town had to be born somehow. So Nintendo is using Ash's poor, poor mom as a vehicle for promoting inbreeding. Now, now talk about a devaginalization. Think about that for a
I thought that
moment.
was empowering women because she's literally the only one that can control the population of that town. I think that gives her a certain degree of power. I think people should be worshiping.
But you're agreeing that she's the town slut.
No, you're putting words into my mouth. You're putting a dick in my
So you're
mouth. And
saying that all the men in that town have sexual
dude,
intercourse with Ash's mom.
Viridian City is in walking distance. There's plenty of men and women over there. I'm sure they just fucking moved down there or
You
whatever.
are a sick person, Joshua. Shame on you.
Dude,
Shame on you.
listen, they wouldn't send 10-year-old kids on adventures if towns weren't in walking distance of each other. I mean, the kids would fucking die. Like people can, have sex in the city, and then she'll just come back down to her house in Pallet Town because it's just a skip and a hop away. You're going too far into this with your little.
I don't believe you, Joshua. You are a. Anyway, let's move on to the next point. You're making me start to throw up in my
Please move
mouth.
on. Jesus,
Here we have. Are you familiar with the new gaming sensation called Animal Crossing New Leaf?
new shit,
I'll pretend you didn't say that. Anyway,
new
there.
queef. Yeah, you like that one? Vaginal fart, new queef.
Yes, I find them quite delightful.
I'm sure you do, you sick fuck. Why don't you say what you gotta say?
You want to go, asshole?
I want you to fight me in real life. I literally want to take my face, hit your face with my face so that our faces become one, and then they melt and die, and we both just go to hell, and then we fight the devil together. But it's like an unreliable friendship. But then after we beat the devil, we fight each other to the death, and the new devil is crowned after our battle. That's what I want. Fuck her.
Isabel from Animal Crossing New Leaf is your town's executive. You are the mayor in that game. She is your helper. Now, she's constantly flirting with you. Shame on Nintendo for using this poor, poor creature to promote bestiality. She's not Kurt Angle. She doesn't like the bestiality sex.
Well, you know what? Some people do. Some people do on the internet.
Are you implying that since you're from Tennessee, that you like to have sexual intercourse with sheep.
You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I totally love just fucking sheep and using their wool as
You
to jerk
redneck
off on it.
motherfucker. You piece of shit. Why did I agree to come onto this
You
show?
asked me to get on the show. I agreed to let you come on here. What do you do? What are you talking about? You weird person. You are literally the worst guest. I could have got Troy Baker, but instead I got this dude.
What? Okay. First of all, I'm voiced by Troy Baker. Second of all, you couldn't have a better guest to talk about relevant issues that affect real
The
people.
only relevant issue here is how you're making me, lose ratings just by talking on like your voice just
Bonnie
makes a strange
McFarlane
job.
from Red Dead Redemption. It's not just limited to Nintendo either. Think about Rockstar promoting, adultery with
Dude,
Bonnie McFarlane,
who gives
who's constantly flirting with John Marston in Red Dead Redemption. Now,
you're calling me bestiality? What do you think John Marston does with those horses?
do you think that a wholesome man such as John Marston would ever have intercourse with a horse?
Well, Marston wasn't a perfect man. If you actually played the fucking game, you would know that. But you doctors, you little scientists, don't actually play the games you criticize. So,
At least I knew Nintendo. At least I knew Zelda 2 was on the
oh
Nintendo
yeah,
Entertainment System. That's more than I could say for you.
excuse me for being actually with the times and not going back and playing the bullshit games from last generations. You said itself it sucked. Like, why would I even bother?
Okay, granted. Anyway, you're familiar. You're a big fan of Lightning from Final Fantasy. Is that correct?
No, not really.
But do you have a picture of her on your
Dude, I
profile?
would
Huh?
really appreciate it if you stayed out of my personal business from now on and until the day you fucking die. Don't ever talk to me about where I live or what I have on my internet pages, sir. Let's keep this strictly business professional, like I always do. And I will admit, because you did bring up a little piece of dirt. Yeah, okay, so maybe Lightning. I like the character Lightning, the video game character. I like her. Who cares? I'm a fan of the game.
So, are you familiar with her DLC for the upcoming game Lightning Returns, the one where she gets Cloud Strife's outfit
Yeah.
from Final Fantasy VII? It blatantly sexualizes Cloud Strife's outfit because the shirt contours to her sweet, succulent, voluptuous breasts.
Dude,
um,
Cloud is a fucking faggot anyway. He sexualized himself, so I don't give a shit.
sorry about that. I didn't just say that.
You go to hell.
How about Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite? You said in one of the very first episodes of Video Game Arts and Entertainment that
Video Entertainment Analysis Group.
I don't care. Elizabeth from BioShock. You said she was hot. Now, did you ever think about
I
this?
said hot in character, like the writing of hers was hot. Like it was a hot topic. It was great writing.
We all know what you meant, Joshua. You have a penis. Which brings me to my next point. Oh, well, anyway, that's awkward. Anyway, Elizabeth from BioShock. She has a vagina. Now, this is the worst part yet. Did you ever think, 2K in Irrational Games, that not all women have female genitals? How dare you? How dare you portray such a vile stereotype? In fact, one of my ex-girlfriends, you may be familiar with her, the pornographic star Bailey J. She has a penis. I dated her. She had anal sex with me, but that's not the point. Not all women.
You do like that, huh? You're a big fan.
Yes.
Big fan.
I am a huge fan.
Yes, I know. It's like...
Anyway, how dare 2K and Irrational portray this negative, scrutinous, terrible stereotype that all women have vaginas? Did they ever stop to think for one moment that strong female characters can also have a penis and testicles?
Pretty sure they've done that with like Street Fighter or some shit. Poison or what's her name? I mean, I don't. It doesn't.
And look at what a great character she
Yeah,
is.
she's a great fucking character, and it doesn't matter that she has balls. She's just a great character. So fuck off. Are you almost done? I'm about to like just fucking fall asleep. Fucking boring and pervy and shit.
You know, Joshua, I would appreciate it if you took this more seriously.
I would.
Your video games stupidity and analysis show, it's this is the level it needs to be taken to. All your other topics were irrelevant until I came along. I'm your most famous guest. You said you had that piece of shit Troy Baker who can't even voice me correctly on the show, and all he did was bark a couple times. Now
Listen here, you son of a. Troy Baker was the best guest I've ever had. How dare you insult him? How dare you say he wasn't the best? You shut the fuck up, okay? Don't ever talk bad about him again. I swear to God, I will end you and your family. I will end it so quickly that you won't even understand what's going on around you, because it'll just be a hail of fire and blood and steel. So you can just suck your own dick and die, piece of shit. We're ending this now. This ends now. I'm done with you. I'm done with everything you stand for. You are just everything that's wrong with the world today. Thank you for joining us, Video Entertainment Analysis Group. Let me try to maintain some professionalism.
I'll be back, Joshua. Just
You're
you
not
wait.
ever. You're going straight to prison as soon as I end this fucking call. You son of a bitch. I am calling the police and the state police and the cyber police.
Is insulting Troy Baker against the law?
It's against the law of morality, because we all know that he is the perfect man. He is literally modeled from Jesus. So fuck you.